Hello YouTube, my name is Scott Perdue. I'm an Amazon author of over 100 books, tons of great stuff on Amazon, Christian books, self-help books, all kinds of books you can find on there. Next time you're on there, search my name, Scott Perdue, pull up some of the great books, take a couple home with you. Anyway, they'll be life-changing for you. Today I'm going to go over one of the books I'd read called Promised Land Leadership, Leading an Army Like Joshua. Today's lesson is about the Battle of Libnah, Joshua 10:29 through 30. The conquest of Libnah, described in Joshua 10:29 and 30, stands as a key event in the southern campaign of Israel's journey to reclaim the Promised Land. While Libnah was not a major city like Jericho or Hazor, its capture underscores the importance of every step in a larger mission. For modern leaders, this battle provides timeless lessons of faith, obedience, perseverance, and strategy. By focusing on smaller victories and seeing them as essential to dismantling larger obstacles, leaders can achieve significant, long-lasting success. The context of the battle. Following the miraculous victory at Gibeon and the defeat of the southern coalition of the Amorite kings, Joshua and the Israelites continued their campaign to subdue the land of Canaan. The next target was Libnah, a smaller but strategically important city that the Bible recounts, Joshua 10:29-30 amplified. Then Joshua and all Israel with him went up from Makkedah to Libnah and fought against Libnah. The Lord gave it also, along with its king, into the hands of Israel. And Joshua struck it and every person who was in it with the edge of the sword. He left no survivor in it. He did to its king just as he had done to the king of Jericho. This passage emphasizes that the Lord was the source of victory, delivering the city and its king into Joshua's hands. The victory at Libnah highlights themes of divine empowerment, faithful obedience, and the strategic dismantling of opposition. God's role in victory. Number 1, divine empowerment. At Libnah, as in other battles, the Lord actively fought for Israel. The text underscores that it was God who gave the city into the hands of Israel. This serves as a reminder that ultimate success comes from God, not human effort alone. Psalm 44:3 amplified, "For our fathers did not possess the land of Canaan by their own sword, nor did their own arm save them, but your right hand and your arm and the light of your presence, because you favored and delighted in them." For modern leaders, this truth reinforces the importance of relying on God's guidance and favor. While planning and execution are essential, recognizing God as the source of victory instills humility and gratitude. Number 2, faith in God's promises. The conquest of Canaan was rooted in God's covenant promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Joshua's campaign at Libnah reflects his steadfast belief in God's faithfulness to fulfill his word. Leaders today must anchor their efforts in a clear purpose, trusting in the promises of God to guide and empower their mission. Hebrews 10:23 amplified. Let us seize and hold tightly the confession of our hope without wavering, for he who promised is reliable and trustworthy and faithful to his word. Faith and obedience in action. Number 1, acting on God's instructions. Joshua's campaign was characterized by unwavering obedience to God's commands. At Libnah, Joshua executed God's directive to eliminate the inhabitants, ensuring the city could not serve as a base for future resistance. This decisive action aligns with the principle of following God's instructions completely, even when the task may seem small or the outcome uncertain. Joshua 1:7 amplified. Only be strong and very courageous. Be careful to do everything in accordance with the entire law which Moses, my servant, commanded you. Do not turn from it to the right or to the left, so that you may prosper and be successful wherever you go. For modern leaders, faith and obedience are foundational. Whether facing significant challenges or managing smaller tasks, acting in alignment with God's will ensures long-term success and integrity. Number 2, perseverance in the mission. The conquest of Libnah shows the importance of perseverance. Though the city was smaller than others, its capture contributed to the broader goal of securing the Promised Land. Joshua's persistence demonstrated the value of addressing every obstacle, no matter how minor, with diligence and focus. Galatians 6:9 amplified. Let us not grow weary or become discouraged in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap if we do not give in. Leaders must recognize that even small victories build momentum toward achieving their larger vision. Consistency and perseverance in addressing smaller challenges pave the way for greater accomplishments. Strategic leadership lessons from Libnah. Number 1, the importance of smaller victories. While the capture of Libnah might seem less significant compared to major battles like Jericho or Gibeon, it played a vital role in weakening the overall resistance of the Canaanite forces. By systematically conquering small cities, Joshua dismantled the enemy's infrastructure and established Israel's control over the region. For modern leaders, this emphasizes the value of smaller victories. These wins build confidence, weaken opposition, and contribute to the ultimate goal. Leaders should celebrate incremental progress, recognizing that each step forward brings them closer to success. Number 2, leveraging momentum. Joshua's campaign at Libnah followed the significant victories at Makkedah and Gibeon. Rather than pausing, Joshua capitalized on the momentum of these successes to continue advancing. Proverbs 21:31 Amplified. The horse is prepared for the day of battle, but victory is of the Lord. In leadership, momentum is a powerful tool. Leaders who maintain focus and energy after achieving a milestone can leverage that momentum to tackle subsequent challenges more effectively. Number 3, decisive leadership. Joshua's clear and decisive actions at Libnah illustrated the importance of confident leadership. By acting quickly and thoroughly, Joshua ensured that the victory of the city could not regroup and resist Israel in the future. Modern leaders must take decisions with clarity and resolve, understanding that hesitation or partial action can undermine progress. A strong leader inspires confidence and drives teams to achieve their goals. Themes of divine justice. The destruction of Libnah reflects the theme of divine justice, a recurring element in the conquest of Canaan. The judgment executed on the inhabitants of Libnah was not arbitrarily, but a fulfillment of God's righteous decree against the Canaanites' persistent wickedness. Deuteronomy 9:5 Amplified. It is not because of your righteousness or the uprightness of your heart that you are going to possess their land, but because of the wickedness of these nations, the Lord your God is driving them out before you, and to confirm the oath which the Lord swore to your fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. For leaders, this serves as a reminder to act with integrity and align with their decisions with God's standards of justice. While executing judgment is not always part of modern leadership, pursuing fairness and accountability are essential. Practical applications for modern leaders. Number 1, seek God's guidance in every decision. Joshua's success at Libnah was rooted in his reliance on God's direction. Modern leaders should cultivate a habit of prayer and seek God's wisdom before making decisions, recognizing that He is the ultimate source of insight and strength. James 1:5 Amplified. If any of you lacks wisdom to guide him through a decision or circumstance, he is to ask of your benevolent God, who gives to everyone generously and without rebuke or blame, and it will be given to him. Number 2, value incremental progress. Leaders often face the temptation to focus solely on major milestones. However, as Joshua's conquest of Libnah demonstrates, smaller victories are essential to achieving the larger goal. Leaders should celebrate and learn from each step forward, understanding that these achievements build the foundation for long-term success. Number 3, commit to complete obedience. Joshua's thoroughness in following God's instruction at Libnah ensured the city could not pose a future threat. Leaders today must commit to fully addressing challenges rather than taking half measures to ensure lasting success. Proverbs 3:5-6 Amplified. Trust in and rely confidently on the Lord with all your heart, and do not rely on your own insight or understanding. In all your ways know and acknowledge and recognize Him, and He will make your path straight and smooth, removing obstacles that block your way. Number 4, maintain perseverance. Joshua's campaign was marked by relenting progress. Even in the face of fatigue and resistance, modern leaders should adapt a similar mindset, persevering through challenges and trusting that persistence will lead to victory. Conclusion, leading like Joshua at Libnah. The Battle of Libnah offers profound insights into leadership, faith, and strategy. While the city was smaller than others in the southern campaign, its capture was crucial in dismantling the Canaanite resistance and advancing Israel's mission to claim the Promised Land. Joshua's actions at Libnah demonstrate that every challenge, no matter how small, deserves attention and effort. By relying on God's guidance, acting with confidence, and committing to complete obedience, leaders can achieve lasting success. For modern leaders, the story of Libnah is a reminder that faith, perseverance, and strategic action are essential to overcoming challenges and fulfilling God's purpose. By leading like Joshua, today's leaders can conquer obstacles, inspire their teams, and achieve victories that honor God's plan. All right, that concludes today's lesson. Thank you for following me through the video. Please like the video, subscribe to my channel, watch some of my other videos. If you get on Amazon anytime soon, search my name, Scott Perdue, pull up all those books I got out there, over 100 of them. Surely there's some of them that'll change your life. Pick those up right away. Get on with that process. Anyway, thank you so much for following my video. Have a blessed day.